What's up, soul family and everyone out there in the world? This is Untitled Chapter, and this is going to be a general reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturn for the first half of the Sun transition sign of Capricorn. Now, before I get started with the reading, I do want to say that I hope all of y'all Aquarius had a good Sagittarius season, and I hope all will be well for y'all as we transition into Capricorn season and go through Capricorn season in general. So, with that being said, let's talk about the Sun represents and what it represents being in Capricorn. So the Sun is, of course, our actions, our viewpoints, how we see the world around us, as well as correlates to our wants. And it is going to be in the energies of Capricorn, which is initiating, creating new ways of thinking and being practical. And Capricorn was born out of the 10th house of business, status, and what you're trying to broadcast, or what you're wanting to broadcast, which can ultimately become your career. Now, Aquarius, you are fixed L, which is being fixated on your own ways of thinking and communicating. And Aquarius was born out of the 11th house of associates, places, things that you associate yourself with, as well as how you are seen in the public arena. So, Aquarius is on the other side of Capricorn. So, Aquarius Suns, you're going to be seeing the more practical way, in an initiative, practical way of how you are fixated on your own ways of thinking and communicating. You're going to see where you initiate, and that's from on more of the practical side. So, and in Aquarius moons, you're going to be attracting this energy. You're going to be attracting others who are going to be more. You're going to see another side to them, the more initiative way of how they handle practicality, or initiating practicality towards you with the in a fixated air way. So, with that being said, I'm going to shuffle the Universal Chapter Tarot deck a few more times and pull 9 cards plus an overall from the Universal Chapter Tarot deck. Then I'll move on to the Waite deck for clarifications, and then I'll move on to the Moonology Oracle deck to see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me to end the reading off. So, give this one more shuffle, and we will begin for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturn for the first half of the Sun transition in the sign of Capricorn. So, that being said, let's get started with the reading. I just want to keep you all in mind. I felt the need to say this. A lot of signs are going through a lot of tower moments and separating energies. I don't know why. Possibly because Venus is in Capricorn and Pluto is in Capricorn, so our love is constantly being transformed at the moment. And Venus also went into retrograde last week, I believe. And with that being said, Venus going into retrograde will have us looking at past scenarios of the relationships we build and mate status with, depending on the area of life you have Capricorn in. So, with that being said, there's a lot of transformation taking place. So, a lot of the signs have been going through some rough patches. So, and you'll know different. So, but we'll talk about it. I do see light at the end of the tunnel, though. But you're still in a little bit of fickle position towards the end. But in any case, let's pull this overall energy. So the overall energy of the reading is the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles is talking about you holding on to something. Alright, so you may be holding on too tightly onto the wrong things as well. So just keep that in mind. Now, but with the overall energy being the Four of Pentacles, you are holding on to something. Now, your first card for Universal Chapter Tarot deck that you get is the Devil card, which is Capricorn energy. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn, or have Capricorn in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the first half of the Sun transition sign of Capricorn. But with this Capricorn energy, the Devil, I feel like there may be intoxications that you are indulging in, toxic situations that you're involving yourself in, or a sense of fear, or you may be just indulging as well. But I do sense a bit of a heavy weight given the fact of later cards. If you're dealing with fear, keep in mind that fear is just a sphere of reality by you creating and agreeing with negative thoughts and feelings. So instead, create higher perspectives, create and agree with positive thoughts and feelings when it comes to this fear. If you're indulging, do your best and to maintain moderation with whatever it is that you're doing during this time, so you're not falling into that devil energy. We'll clarify that when we get to it. Now, your second card for the Universal Culture Tarot deck that you get is the Knight of Swords. So you're taking action and communicating about what you want and desire during the first half of the sun transition in the sign of Capricorn, and you're being very direct with what you want and desire. This is the fastest moving card in the deck, so it's telling me that you know what you want and you're going after it. But with that being said, do your best to not be overbearing to others. Now, with the third card for Universal Culture Tarot deck that you get is the Page of Swords. So you're doing your best to adapt and situate yourself in a certain circumstance or situation. But Page of Swords, like the card is about being a student in communication. Page, studentship, learning, swords, communication. So learning how to communicate. So do watch your thoughts during this time before you communicate them. Even if it's hard, do not let yourself do it. Alright? So, with that being said, moving on to your fourth card for the Universal Culture Tarot deck that you get is the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is dealing with dreams, illusions, fantasies, but it can also deal with choices. You maybe have a lot of choices around that you could do. Do your best to not be too scatterbrained during this time, or scattered around, or be a jack of all trades. Narrow your choices down to 2 or 3 main choices that you want to do, and focus on them. Do your best to make sure it's for the benefit of your well-being, your highest good, of course, but don't let yourself be all scattered all over the place. So, and again, with the Devil card, if this is dealing with fantasies or dreams or whatever, do your best to use moderation and don't indulge, or do your best not to indulge. Okay, except if it's fighters. But anyways, with the fifth card from the Universal Tarot deck they get is the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is a sense of defeat. So I feel like there is a sense of defeat for you that's happening in your life. So do your best to focus on healing from this defeat. Focus on mending those wounds and healing that pain that you are experiencing when going through this Five of Swords energy. Now, with the sixth card for Universal Culture Tarot deck they get is the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is you walking away from something emotionally, or it's taking a step back emotionally, either indefinitely or temporary. But there is a movement away energy coming from this Eight of Cups when it comes to moving away from something in the emotional world. Now, with the seventh card for Universal Culture Tarot deck that you get is the Six of Wands. So this is a sense of victory, a sense of feeling victorious during this time. And so I feel like good things are coming to you with the Six of Wands. But there is some bumpy roads that you're gonna have to get through first. And with your seventh card for Universal Culture Tarot deck, you get the Chariot, which is Cancer energy. So you can deal with a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or have Cancer energy in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the first half of the sun transition in the sign of Capricorn. But there is emotional movement. You're moving away from something emotionally, but you're also moving towards something emotionally very fast, like very strong, because the Chariot card does trump or has more oomph to it than the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is more like walking away. Chariot is like, I know what I want to get it for in the emotional world, and going after what you emotionally want and desire. So that's what the Chariot is, movement. Now, with the ninth card from the Universal Culture Tarot deck they get is the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is you being stuck in indecision. You ain't needing to make a choice. As you can see here, the moon is in the Two of Swords. So the moon is your intuition. So do your best to use your intuition and do what's best for your betterment of well-being and your highest good moving forward with whatever this choice is talking about. Or you could be just in a standstill and being in like not sure what to do kind of energy. Just follow your intuition the best that you can. So with that being said, moving on to clarifications. starting off with the overall, being the Four of Pentacles, but let's clarify. Like I said, with the Four of Pentacles, you are holding on to something tightly. With the Devil card, you could be dealing with fear, toxic situations, indulgence, anything of that sort. Keep in mind that fear is just negative thoughts and feelings that you're agreeing and creating, and instead create higher perspectives and create and agree with positive thoughts and feelings when it comes to this field. Now with the Page of Swords, not Page of Swords, but the Knight of Swords, you are taking action and communicating about what you want and desire during this time. With the Page of Swords, that's you adapting yourself to the circumstances, situation at hand. Just do your best to not be overbearing with this Knight of Swords, because you go from a knight to a page. So, with that being said, with the Page of Swords, do your best to adapt yourself to the circumstances, situation the best you can, but watch out for what you communicate during this time. With the Seven of Cups, those choices that you may be having or dealing with dreams or illusions, keep in mind, like I said, narrow those choices down to two or three main choices so you're not all over the place. With the Five of Swords, there is a sense of defeat that you're going through. Just focus on healing, focus on mending whatever pain that stems from it. With the Eight of Cups, you are walking away from something emotionally. And with the Six of Wands, there's a sense of victory and feeling victorious. Now with the Chariot card is talking about you emotionally going towards what you want and desire during this time. I feel like it's the same situation, since given the fact that I see you walking away, but the overall energy is the Four of Pentacles of you holding on. So the Chariot, I feel like you're emotionally going back towards whatever that is. And then with your last but not least card, the Two of Swords, I feel like you're in a standstill. You're not sure what to do during this time. Like I said, the moon is in this particular Two of Swords, so just listening to your intuition and your gut feeling during this time, and it will lead you towards the right path. So with that being said, and I also feel the need to say that intuition is only tapped in whenever you're not attaching yourself to the circumstances, situation. If you attach desires, your intuition will be clouded by desires and ego and whatnot. So just had the feeling of needing to say that. Now with the Four of Pentacles as the overall, moving into clarifications, clarifying said Four of Pentacles is the King of Wands. So there's a vision that you've envisioned for yourself and take a leadership role in, and you're not letting go of that vision, right? I feel like you have had times where you're wanting to walk away with this Eight of Cups, but with the King of Wands clarifying the Four of Pentacles, you're really going after this vision and taking leadership over this vision, but you must, if you're wanting it to grow into fruition, you must not become impatient. And it's clarifying the Four of Pentacles, so you're holding on to this vision as much as you can. Now with the Devil card is clarified by the Four card, which is Aries energy. So you could deal with an Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or have Aries in your chart, and if so, these energies will be amplified for you during the first half of the Sun transition in the sign of Capricorn. And with that being said, the Four is a new beginning, a new chapter of your life. So I feel like you have some fears into stepping into this new chapter of your life and this new beginning, with the Four card clarifying the Devil card. So just do your best to create positive thoughts and feelings on how this new beginning can look bright for you. Now with the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords is clarified by the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles is a feeling of being left out in the cold, abandoned, feeling alone. And I feel like you're putting all of that energy into going after what you want and desire during this time. With the Five of Pentacles clarifying the Knight of Swords. Now with the Page of Swords, the Page of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is being self-aware, having sound advice, coming from a good place, but may cut people unintentionally. So that's why it's the Page of Swords. Watch out for your thoughts before you communicate them, because you do have a sharp tongue, given the fact that the Queen of Swords is out. But you are being very self-aware. You know yourself, you know what's going on, just do your best to not cut anybody in the process of moving forward. Now with the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Cups is clarified by the Death card, which is Scorpio energy. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or a Scorpio in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the first half of the sun transition inside of Capricorn. But there is transformation taking place, and it's leading you towards your dreams, or maybe illusions, or having choices. Right, with the Death card, transformation into the Seven of Cups. There may be a lot of transformation when it comes to your dreams, a lot of transformation when it comes to your illusions, a lot of transformation when it comes to the choices that you want to make. And I feel like you're going through a lot of transformation in general. You could, mind you, illusions do deal with being confused and whatnot, so that could be why you're in this transformation of doing the best to adapt yourself. Now with the Five of Swords, the Five of Swords is clarified by the Three of Cups. So you have good people around you. You do have, well, this is talking about having good people around you and having reason to celebrate. Or with the Three of Cups clarifying the Five of Swords, feel like there's some sense of defeat in this celebration. Alright, so just do your best to heal throughout this situation the best way you can, and focus on the positives in your life. Now with the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Cups is clarified by the Four of Swords. So you're taking rest to meditate, which in turn meditation is just focusing and holding on to one specific theme, or clearing yourself away from all thoughts and feelings so you can step into a situation with clairvoyance and clarity during this time. So I feel like that's kind of what you're doing. You're just walking away for the time being in order to collect your thoughts and meditate or ponder on how you're going to move forward. Now with the Six of Wands, the Six of Wands is clarified by the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is choices. So these choices or dreams or illusions that you have, but mostly dreams and choices, is putting you into or stepping you into the energy of victory and feeling victorious during this time. So that's really good to see. With the Chariot card is clarified by the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords is talking about heartbreak. So I feel like or necessary sacrifice. So you may be taking a necessary sacrifice to go after something emotionally during this time, or you're dealing with heartbreak and doing your best to move your emotions away from this pain. Now with the Two of Swords, the Two of Swords is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. So with the Ace of Pentacles clarifying the Two of Swords, you are on a standstill when it comes to this material opportunity, or this opportunity in the material world. So do your best to have patience, do your best to heal yourself throughout this pain, this situation, transform yourself however you can to go after your dreams, or whatever you are wanting and desiring to do in your life, as far as choices. And with that being said, let's move on to the Moonology Oracle deck to see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me to end the reading off. So, the first card from Mother Moon to you, to me, is New Moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. So, luck is on your side during this time. You do have luck around for you, or you are in the energy of being lucky. So, I feel like things are going to happen in your favor with this card coming out. So, just keep in mind that luck is on your side during the first half of the sun transition inside of Capricorn. With your second card from Mother Moon to you, to me, is Gibeus Moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. So you are very close to achieving your goal during this time. So keep working, keep focusing on yourself, which I see here with this Four of Swords. If you're just taking a step back, and know that you're very close to achieving your goal during the first half of the sun transition inside of Capricorn. Just stay calm during this time. Now your last card, but if not least, from Mother Moon to you, to me, is New Moon in Libra. A new romantic cycle begins. So I feel like there is good energies coming towards you with this luck is on the side card and this new romantic cycle begins card, so it's kind of counterintuitive to the spread, but it's what Mother Moon wants to show you. So with that being said, a new romantic cycle is beginning for you, which may be what this new beginning is. You may be coming with brand new energies into a situation, and a new romantic cycle is beginning for you. That could be it. But in any case, in general, a new romantic cycle begins. And with that being said, that will be all for this general reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturns. I hope this helped. I hope this brought clarity or aided you in any way. Shout out to the whole Soul family. Shout out to Dole Little Pirate Man. Y'all be blessed. Remember that you'll never be less. Y'all take care and peace.